build your manifestation strength in solitude. Have you ever thought about what it would mean for you manifesting your dreams in solitude? I'm going to share some insights, a reflection from me to you after this weekend. And this is all about manifestation. This is all about you manifesting your dream life, stepping into that life of yours where you got what you want and you feel like you want, and all included. All included. So, normally, I am a guy who spends most of my time alone. I live alone with my daughter. It's very quiet. I got time to read, meditate, share my ideas on videos like this, and create my vision, visualize my vision, all the stuff that I share on this channel. I also have my acting jobs, being in front of camera, and obviously when that happens, I am not all by myself. But the fact is, this weekend I was away with, we were close to 30 people, my family. We do that now once a year. And I learned a lot about manifestation this weekend, and I want to share my insights with you. And how I do believe that it's a very, very, let's say, important thing to be able, and I invite you to think about this and reflect about this, to be able to do your manifestation, meditations, visualizations, and things, all of these things in solitude. So, just to tee this up, I was away for the whole weekend here, just came back yesterday night, 30 people, and it's been so busy. It was a lot of fun and a lot of connections, some people I haven't seen for 2 years, and all was very good. So I'm not saying don't do these things. All was very good. When I came home yesterday night, also there was quite some driving involved to get to this place. When I came home yesterday night, I was so tired. So tired. And if you are maybe a little bit more like a lonely wolf like me, you probably know that lonely wolf, and then with a lot of people, it can be fun. For some it's not, I know that, but it can be very fun. And at the same time, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of new things, a lot of people to when you're together with them, there's just a lot of energy exchanges. So maybe probably you know that it can be not exhausting, but you feel very tired afterwards. Fun and tired. Now, that's one thing. The other thing is that when I came home, or actually this morning after sleeping, I woke up and I was still it's been a great weekend, and also a lot of things going on, a lot of people all of the time. So no solitude. And I was reflecting on this, on what I wanted to share with you in this video, is that the difference between being alone and being with maybe just one person, but maybe more than one person. And I don't have a big family in my everyday life. I know some people have, and some of the people that I have coached or mentored, some of the business owners, the entrepreneurs during the years, they had big families around them. So I understand that the things that I'm speaking about, and from my own learnings, when we speak about manifestation, manifesting your dream life, manifesting wealth, manifesting health, all of these things. If a person is all the time around other people, And let's say that this person has chosen the people and the people are uplifting and all of these things. So that's the good version of this. Well, still, the thing is that being together with all of these people, it's very difficult. I speak for myself and the people that I've helped. Very difficult to really stay connected and being aware with what's going on the inside of the skin. And when I worked with people and also my own journey, what I've experienced is that the awareness with what's going on inside is the key for you to manifest your dream life. And that awareness is not something for most people that just shows up from one second to another, and a person sits down and says, now I'm aware. Because most people has a lot of things going on outside here, a lot of things going on inside here. A lot of noise, a lot of chatter, a lot of emotions. And for many people, it's so complex. And today I do believe that when we speak about manifestation, that all of these things going on, to really build your manifestation strength and manifest as fast as possible, and also the things you really desire, we have to understand what's going on inside, because that's all the thoughts, the emotions, the beliefs, the habits, the nerve system, all of these things, all of the stories, all of the experiences from all of our life. Probably why when we see the pictures of the monks, that they are normally sitting by themselves. All of these stories, they go to a cave or sit on a tree or on a rock or something like that. Because to really turn inside, it's not always easy. But one thing is for sure, and that's what my weekend learned me, or actually it was kind of like, how do you say that? It was kind of like I knew that, but it was a good reminder of how important it is. I do believe it's important to be with other people. I do believe it's important to learn, to connect, to feel love, but also feel the things that might be showing up, like irritation or frustration, or some person is triggering one. I experienced all of these things this weekend too. I do believe all of this is important because we can learn from that and we can grow from that, and also keep being connected with the people that we love, that we have in our life. On the other hand, that's my reflection here, I also do believe that, as I said before, solitude is maybe the greatest place to really begin to become aware of what's going on inside. To listen to one's thoughts is much easier when there's no thoughts from the outside also speaking. So sitting in a quiet place is much easier to begin listening to one's thoughts than if you have like 10 people or even just one person that speaks. Same thing with the emotions. Being all by yourself, it's easier to feel what's going on inside than it is when there's so many people around speaking and doing things. Things, like I said before, that might trigger something, and especially if it's people close to us, family members especially, might trigger something, but it can be very difficult if we are not very aware to figure out what is it that's triggered, why is it triggered, who did trigger this. So it's just gonna be a big part of a lot of ingredients in it without really understanding what is it that caused this trigger. What is it that made me feel so good or feel so tired or feel so frustrated? Because there's so much, let's say noise right now. I don't say actually it's like noise, but so much going on. Does it make sense? Do you know what I'm speaking about? Have you tried this? Let me know in the comments. How do you feel about these things? Now, I also do believe that's one of the things that I learned from this weekend. By building your manifestation strength, your power, your muscles in solitude. And like I said, if you are a person like me who has the ability or has the surroundings to be able to be in solitude, some of the time at least of the day, and to invest that time with oneself, to begin to know oneself, or like Neville Goddard quotes from the Bible all the time, know thyself, because that's the key to manifestation. If frustration and desperation and lack and negativity is in one person, and I've been there for so many years, but we are not really aware of all of this, and we are now triggered by a lot of people around us, we have no clue what's going on. So in solitude, taking the time, investing the time, knowing thyself. What do I think? What's showing up inside of my thoughts? What do I feel? What are my habits? What are my beliefs? Diving into all of these things, yes, so we get to know oneself even more. And also, like I said, you can create your vision and you can visualize. Even that is easier being alone. I just learned that sleeping with a couple of family members around me, a little noise, and it was easier to get distracted than when I'm in my bed all by myself. Building that manifestation strength in solitude. Now, I also do believe, because that was what I experienced this weekend, that it would also help you being around other people, because from my own experience here, being more aware about those things that I mentioned, my triggers, who is doing what, that triggers something inside of me, and why did that happen? And from that, we can learn. You can learn a lot about yourself, and a lot about those triggers. And from learning about those triggers, you have the power. By knowing thyself, you have the power to transform, to let go of those triggers and transform into your desires, to spend your energy, your visualization power, your creation power in the things that you desire to become, to have in your life. Does this make sense? I looked forward to share this with you. So actually it's an invitation, it's a reflection. I just wanted to share it with you. It's also an invitation to begin to practice your manifestation strength in solitude. You got dreams, you got desires, you want more wealth, you want better health, you want more freedom, all of these good things in life. It's an invitation to invest in thyself, to know thyself, and that investment is in solitude. Find a place. Maybe it's in your house, maybe it's in your garden, maybe it's in the area around. I got the ocean just down there. For me, it's a great place to, and there's even spots where there's no people. It's a great place to be in solitude. To be solitude. So it's an invitation to do that. And maybe even because I've coached people, and I got friends too. They got big families. There's a lot going on. They're running business, and they're like going from one thing to another all of the time. And I do understand that. And I do understand that me saying, well, it's an invitation to find some time and go and invest time and be in solitude to strengthen your manifestation. And they say, I don't have time for that. It's still an invitation to actually look for that time. Look for that place where you can spend that time and begin in that time. Obviously, no phone, no computer, no music, no nothing. You and thyself. Knowing thyself. Transforming thyself. Building thyself. Building your creation power, your manifestation strength. All right? There's a link below this video because this is a part of the manifestation community masterclass. It's all free. Check it out. You're more than welcome. And lots of love.